Today I'm going to be teaching you about musical time and how it can improve your cadences. And of course, I'm going to show you some live examples right here in the studio. So without further ado, let's get it! What's up, everybody? This is Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com, bringing you another segment of Be a Better Rapper Now. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to actually dissect beats by understanding musical time. So that's understanding what a 4 count is, how to double that up in what's called double time, and taking a 4 count, turning it into an 8 count, and doing a triple time, which is taking a 8 count and turning it into a 16 count, and how this will allow you to understand how you can move around in the beat, dissect beats, and understand different ways that you can come up with cadences and flows to the music. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. I'll be right back. Now what I've done is basically make a simple beat, kind of like a timbaland type beat, just to demonstrate in music different times, different types of beats. So your most basic one is your 4 count, which is 4 beats per measure. Then you have your 8 count, which is doubling that 4 count into 8. And then you have your 16 count, which is doubling that 8 into a 16. So I always recommend whenever you listen to a beat and you're about to try to write to it or rap to it, find the 4 count. Okay, and that's the easiest one to find. That's your 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Typically that snare is going to fall on the 2nd and 4th beat. Listen to this beat. 2, 3, 1, 3. Okay? So you want to find that, and then you can double that up. And you can make it into an 8 count. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So imagine the count as you rapping. Imagine that is your cadences. So in this beat, I have no hi-hats. If you listen, there's no hi-hats playing right now. I'm going to load up different types of hi-hats. The first hi-hat is going to be to a 4 count. The second hi-hat is going to be to an 8 count. And the third hi-hat is going to be to a 16 count. And this is going to allow you to follow along as we're increasing the beats per measure. Now keep in mind, this has nothing to do with tempo. Has nothing to do with tempo. It's going to be the same beat. But all we're doing is when we go from a 4 count to an 8 count to a 16 count, we're just increasing the amount of beats per measure. Okay, so a 4 count, 4 beats per measure, 8 count, 8 beats per measure, and 16 count, 16 beats per measure. Okay, so as I play them, I'm going to start practicing to that hi-hat, and then I'm going to start filling in gaps in the hi-hat from when the hi-hat hits. From one spot to the other, I'm going to start filling that in, and that's how I'm going to start kind of creating cadences. Okay, so let's get right to it. Here we go. The 4 count hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pat, grind, pull, time, late, grind, pull, time. Now let me fill it in. Time, break, time, glow, grind. Poke to crack, the poke tatter won't pack. When the pack, the growth, the pack to the glow back. When I'm back, the knack, the pull, the cat, the roll back. When I grab, attack, the one, the cat, a toe tack. Okay? 8 count. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Tap, 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 rap like poke pack. Weights like poke pack. What pike, toe crack. Start filling it in. Poke pack, rap to pat up a cat. When up on it, pack tack. Reach the pack, the tab so we can pack lack. But I want to pack lack to the low and that rack. I want to pack tack to the toe tack rack. Lit up on the pack rack to the one to pack lack. Alright. Now let's go to 16 count. This is where most people rap at. A lot of rappers rap at 16 count. Here we go. On the capital, but I want the patter, want the rabbit, on the cat, I want the cat upon it. We start trying to fill it in. On the patter, on the capital, want the patter, on the cat, I want the paddle, on the teeth, with a compact, until it with a pack and told it breaking low. I don't want to keep on till it when I fit it, when I get it, when I feed it, when I peak and po. Had a won't compact until it with a pack and told it break the flow. Had a want that patter, told that leg and told my leak and flow. I don't want to keep on talking, till it with a pack and told them break the flow. Hit it when I keep continue, when I get it, when I get it, when I get it, when I beat and blow. So there you go. That's how I like to dissect beats, study the 4 count, the 8 count, the 16 count, which gives me a really good understanding of all the beats that I have to work with within that track. Okay, and I can kind of reflect on me as an artist, how I like to rap, how I like to sound, and it gives me an idea of what I'm capable of doing to this track. Okay, and just because you're rapping to a 16 count or an 8 count or a 4 count, you don't have to be restricted by those. Not to one track, not to one verse, or not even one bar. You don't have to be committed to it to the whole track. You can literally switch between all of those within one bar if you wanted to. Just have fun with it. Do what feels right to you. This is clearly an exercise strictly for you to understand and kind of dissect music, to better understand what it is that you're capable of doing to the track. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful. If you have any questions or maybe you have different techniques, I would love to hear those. And if this is your first time being here, I want to invite you to get a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, where I'm sharing with you tips and techniques that I've gathered over the 17 years that I've been rapping. And I truly do wish I had something like this when I first started off. And it's not just for beginners. You could be rapping for several years, but you may read something in this book that may just change the way that you think about rap. And up there is the subscribe button. And then right down there is a playlist with all of my videos that I've done about how to rap. So you can click on that and start watching them all in chronological order for your viewing pleasure. Again, this is Cole Mize with ColeMizeStudios.com with another segment of Be a Better Rapper Now. Until next time, y'all take care. We'll holler at you. Peace.